Hello, my name is Bill and welcome to Mind Your Crypto. Today we have the crypto market, Bitcoin, why altcoins do not go up, such as XRP, Chainlink, right? Many altcoins are not following the Bitcoin trend, while Ethereum is skyrocketing, but again, it has some problems. Anyway, let's go right here and see what Bitcoin has done, right? Because eventually many people stayed out of this bullish pattern. And the thing right here with Mind Your Crypto is that from the first time that we were here back on 62K, we talked about that this would be the low of the bearish cycle and then we would start a new bullish cycle. You can see where we are right now, sitting at 28.2. If you had followed this advice, you should be around 75% profit target without risking anything. Okay, so for the time being, what do we have next? What is the major problem right now? What is the Fed resistance level? Because, of course, here on Mind Your Crypto, we know the Fed resistance levels. And before we continue, do not forget to join our monthly subscription, Patreon/Mind Your Crypto. Now it's the time to enter. Now it's the time to join, as we are going to have a manual system with closing above conditions that has over 90% win ratio, minimizing the risk. Personal guidance, the third tier has everyday trading, scalping strategy, and of course, money guarantee back. We have everything to make you perfectly fine. Just follow the targets and you will be safe. Join us from Patreon/Mind Your Crypto or whatever you want. You can join from the site as well, buildmindyourcrypto.com. I have every link in the description box. Right here, Bitcoin. If we follow the logarithmic scale, then Bitcoin should be in no time until you realize that we are bullish up all the way to the 32.7K, right? If we follow the logarithmic scale, then Bitcoin not only has closed above, but instead it has made a nice progress and we could go all the way up to the 32,671 even in just 1 week. Okay, so following the logarithmic scale plus 16% profit targets could be the case for Bitcoin. However, I have one important detail. The Feds do not like to play only with the logarithmic scale, right? You always know that I use both scales, not only the logarithmic but the non-logarithmic one. And here you can see that in the non-logarithmic scale we have one most important, I will call it the Fed line. The Fed line is sitting at the 28.1K. So I'm going to move it a little bit further higher. Okay, around here. There we go. Okay, this is very accurate. 28.10789. Now we haven't closed above this target. And this is the key point and the key point for the bullish cycle. All right, so therefore, until now, I was assuming back then with the targets that I had, my lowest predictions would be that 16.2K would be the lowest for Bitcoin. But now comes the most important target in our history for this bearish and this phenomenal bullish cycle. 28.1K. Now, can we manage to make it above and to close above? We haven't done it yet because in the weekly scale, if you can see Bitcoin right here, we closed below, right? Very bullish line, very bullish weekly close, but we closed below. If by any chance we manage to close above in the weekly scale above the 28.1K, then the bull cycle has officially with the targets started. Okay. Back until now, I was assuming, based on what I had, that we have started the bull cycle. Since here, since there. Once we close above the 28.1K, then the bull cycle is here. Okay, so this is the most important target of Bitcoin's history from 2020 until now. This is how important it is. Okay, it is very important. You need to follow it. Bill, can we go all the way up higher? Yes, we can. Okay, Bitcoin can go all the way up higher. It can climb to the 32.6K. Now, until we close above in the weekly scale, the 28.1, I will say that in the short term, we have many chances to go a little bit further down. But at the same time, always remember, and as I'm assuming you will know, that we are into a bullish cycle. Okay, we are into a bullish cycle, and of course, anything can happen. So for example, because I'm assuming that we are into a bullish cycle, risk metrics do not matter so much. Here we have a triple bearish RSI divergence. Okay, you can see that, right? Okay, so I'm assuming based on the triple bearish RSI divergence, based on the fact that we didn't close above the 28.1k, that we are going to have a mini correction going on. Now, what is the correction? What the correction could be the case for Bitcoin? And here was the fact that we had a bullish cycle, right? Daily 200-day moving average, finding support level, boom, exploding. Right here, what are the support levels? Let's assume Bill. Okay, we are going below. What are the support levels? The main support level of Bitcoin could be the case that it is the 26.4k, right? If we achieve the 26.4k, that means that we are going up. Okay, we are going up. Probably. This is the bull support band. Okay, this is the pivot point. If we close below the 26.4k, even in the daily frame, we are going to meet again the 25k. Now, I want you to be careful because around there, we could be having crazy buying entries. For BTC, for Bitcoin, what we have right now is a very bullish weekly, and not so much, actually, we do not have such an important target right here. Okay, you can see that we do not have, an important risk right here. Okay, you can see the 70. We are not even above the 70s. We have just started the very bullish movement for BTC. And I think that we can go all the way up higher. But just for the short term, just a little bit cautious. You need to be just a little bit cautious, okay? For the short term, I think that you need to be a little bit cautious to see what is the market going to do. Okay, now, Bill, what happens if we keep going higher above the 28.1k in the daily frame and the 4-hour frame keeps going higher until the 29? Then assume that it is very likely that all of these, the 28.1k is going to be a history, and we are going to rewrite the next history with Bitcoin going above the 30k as well. Do not forget that MicroStrategy has a sum of around 30,000 Tether USD entry, or 31 or 32, I'm not sure, around there. So once MicroStrategy achieves a target, be careful for a sell-off. Okay, once we achieve the 32.8k, be careful because we might have a sell-off. But anyway, for the time being, I think that everything is going to be fine. We are in a bull cycle. Now, I have a very high risk predicting what Bitcoin is going to do next. Is it going down? Is it going upwards? There is a very huge risk because I'm predicting a downwards movement into a very bullish environment. That's why I'm saying I have a risk in what I'm saying, right? The most perfect thing to know is that we have a very huge bullish environment. And Bitcoin is going to prove that. Now, for the altcoins, right? Why don't we have, for Ethereum, for example, right? Why haven't they gone a little bit higher, right? The altcoins are struggling so much. We are going to see XRP, right? It is not going upwards. It has been staying right here. We can see Link, right? Okay, Chainlink. The thing right here with these altcoins is that they are in a bearish pattern formation in the weekly scale. They are sitting in a bearish pennant. Some of them are sitting in a bearish pennant, while others are sitting in a, for example, they could be sitting in a very nice logical channel right here, which is a continuation pattern to a more downtrend, right? But this is why the altcoins are starting to feel a little bit weak, because look at that, link against Bitcoin chart, right? Doesn't look good. Minus 15%, right? It should be the case that we go higher, but we cannot. The altcoins, Ethereum, many altcoins, right there, cannot go upwards because even Ethereum against Bitcoin chart has some problems. Not much as the other altcoins have, but minus 11%, right? Not a great time for the altcoins. And here, in the weekly scale, Ethereum officially lost the possible bullish span that we had right here. Okay, so it could be the case that it doesn't stop there. You go a little bit lower, right? Okay, so eventually we will have to wait and see. Until then, just focus on Bitcoin. This is what I'm thinking right now. Except if you want to short out, because you have to focus on the altcoins. Okay, if we have a downward correction with Bitcoin's movement. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to join our monthly subscription and see you soon with many more videos. Bye.